everyone, Sophia here from My Great Challenge. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a whole video tutorial on the Artful Agenda. It's a digital planner that pretty much saved my life last year and helped me accomplish so many of my goals. Some of you may have found my channel years ago thanks to my planner videos. I love planners. You know that. I've always had a planner. I've tried them all. I've tried ring binders, I've tried traveler's notebook, I've tried the Hobonichi. I went from Franklin Covey to Filofax, A5 to personal to compact to mini, you name it. Okay. And I really liked planners for a very long time. But one of my major issue with planners is that I am a messy planner. I'm constantly erasing. I'm constantly making mistakes. So I have to use whiteout. I have to use stickers and washi tape to mask mistakes. And I have to constantly go back and forth and flip through. It gets tiring after a while, in particular when you're really motivated and you have a ton of goals. So enter digital planning. All of the problems I've just mentioned are eliminated when you have a digital planner. So I'm going to tell you the gist of it, and then we're going to dive right into it. So quick overview, what are the advantages of a digital planner and in particular of the Artful Agenda? Well, you have different views. So you can do monthly, weekly, or daily. And I'll show you all of those when we get to the actual nitty-gritty of the planner. So I personally always loved the monthly and the daily view. I never had any use for the weekly. But I know that some people love the weekly. So you can pick whichever one you want, and that's the one you work with. You have lists, but the list, unlike our paper planners where we have dividers maybe or a section of the planner where we can put our list can actually be linked to a calendar. So what it means for you is that if you have goals and you're doing SMART goals and you're doing a timeline of event for your goals, you can attach every single one of the items within your goals to a specific date on your calendar. And it will do it automatically for you. And it will sync throughout the whole calendar. It will sync from your computer to your tablet to your phone in an instant. You can repeat tasks, routines, for instance. One of the biggest drawbacks for me when it comes to paper planner is repetitive tasks that you have to rewrite a bazillion times. You don't have to do that with a digital planner. You set it. Not only can you set it, but you can set it on repeat on a specific cycle once a month, every last Friday, every third of the month. It doesn't matter. You just attribute a date to it and it does it automatically for you. And then if you have a regular task that you don't do, instead of rewriting it for the following day, you remember in the old Franklin Covey days, we used to have that. We had like little symbols to remind ourselves to report that back to the following day. If you didn't do it and you didn't strike through it that day, guess what? It repeats itself on its own. It's streamlined so much and it is 100% focused on productivity. So I'm going to take you into my planner, and what you're going to see is my personal planner, but is not what's actually in it because, privacy. So there's some stuff that I change and I put some fake stuff in there just to be able to show you what it looks like and what you can do with it. I actually have two. I have one for work. I'll talk about that at the end. And I have one that's my personal planner. But in this video, I'm going to show you an overview of what it looks like and what you can do, including the new features of the Agenda Plus, which include a habit tracker that is phenomenal. How you can import your own stickers and your own photos into it if you really want to make the cutesy stuff, which is not my stuff. I never was into all the stickers and whatnot. If I have a planner, it's to plan, okay? And After that, I'm going to give you a true tutorial on how to do certain tasks, how to repeat tasks, how to schedule yourself, and then other perks within the planner. I have a link down below and a referral code. If you want to check it out, you can actually try it for free before you decide. And I encourage you to do so. It's the perfect time of the year to start a planner and a digital planner and see if maybe this is the answer you were looking for. And maybe 2024 will be your year because you're going to design it with your planner and you're going to stick to your goals. So I'm going to appear here in the corner once in a while, but for the majority of the time, you're not going to see me. You're only going to see the planner because that's really what it's about, okay? So when you open your Artful Agenda, this is basically what it looks like, and it will open directly onto your monthly view. Now, some people prefer to work month for their planning. Others like to do month and week, and others like to do month and day or just day. So this is the month of January. And you can see already that stuff is color coded. I'll show you how to do that. And I have already all sorts of tasks put into it. I'll show you how to do that. And then, oh, look at that. There's a picture of my Electra right there. That's another feature that you can do this year with the Artful Agenda. You can import your own stickers and you can import pictures in it, and then you just have to size them. And by the way, that feature works much better on the computer and on tablets than it does on the phone, well, at least for my Android phone. Okay, so that's the monthly view. The other view would be the weekly view. So that's the week we're currently in, and you can see that Wednesday, January 3rd is in bold right now. So this is where we're at. And the little bar right here tells you what time it is. It's 5:30. And then all my tasks are here, all right? I'll tell you the difference between the ones on top here and the ones that are here. And then a whole bunch of other stuff happens here, to-dos and gratitude. Again, I'll talk about it in a minute. And then you have the day view. Now, I prefer to work with month and day view. I don't really use the week. So I like month and day. So this is what a typical day would look like for me. It starts at 12 a.m. I really wish, that's one thing they need to work on. I really wish they would allow you to change when it starts, because between midnight and 6 a.m. and nothing happening in my life, okay? That's when I sleep, okay? So you just got to scroll down and then your day starts here. And again, your tasks are there, and where you at in time, which is 5:30, is right here. And then you have different things, different boxes on the right side right here. And those boxes, you can change their name, okay? I'm going to show you that in a second. So for me, I have to do, I have meal, I have IMF check-in, that's my yearly goal, and I have the habits and gratitude. You can change that to any which one you want. The only thing is that when I'm hovering over here, you're going to see that the to-dos come up as checks, right? But where it's gratitude, it's not checks. You can actually write in as though in a journal. The meal part here is also coming up as checks. The IMF check-in, again, I change the name, okay? That could be journaling, and that's what I'm doing. So I don't have the check boxes, but if I wanted them, look, I'm hovering over here. You see how I can select check? So I can do check boxes too if I wanted. So if you want to track 3 different types of projects, for instance, right, you could do that. So unfortunately, the box that's here and here, both of them are checks. And only the one at the bottom is a journaling one that you can't really make it bigger. So you have to scroll down, but that's okay. We can deal with that. All right, they give you a quote on the daily basis. And then right here on top, where it says Wednesday, January 3rd, You can go to any day. All right, so let's go on the 31st of January. Boom, that's what it looks like. If I go on the 5th of January, that's what it looks like. So you see that everything's been scheduled already, but we'll get to that. All right, so let's go back to today, the 3rd. Okay, so you have month, week, and day. So the other thing that you can use the planner for is the list. So if I go to list, I'm here on the household to do 3rd floor. This is very similar to what I had last year. Matter of fact, a lot of it is tasks I didn't do last year that I'm keeping for this year, and I just added on. So the list, here they are on top, how you create them. You can create checklist, or you can create just a regular document if you want to just write things in and do it on your, your own way. And then here is the styling. You see I toggle in and toggle out if you want to change color, shading, bold, whatever. So the list, here's household to do for the 1st floor and all of that. And this is also where I keep my goals for 2024. I have an affiliate list. This is where I keep the login for all of my affiliates, because every single one of them is not part of the same website, and I have to keep logins and password and codes. So I'm keeping that in. I have my fitness plan, and I'm currently working on the money saving challenge for 2024. So it's all in there. Anytime you want to add a list, we'll get to that. You can also put them in folders. If you want to keep several lists together into one folder, I'm probably going to do that for the household, so that way I don't have to go up and down a list to find something. Other things, and that's new this year, is the habit tracker, and boy do I love this. Okay, and I'm going to show you why it's great. So this is the habit tracker. You can create all your habits right here on the left. Okay, so I can tell you right there what my list of habits are. But what I did is, because not all of them are daily habits, some of them are only, for instance, bike. I only put it for Monday and Friday. So I am actually putting in Monday, Friday. So instead of writing in bike 2 times a week, Monday, Friday, they have a ton of icons that you can use. So you see that I have a little bike icon right here, right? So here are my habits. Taking my vitamins, that's on a daily. Weighing, that's on a daily. Tracking food, that's on a daily. Cleaning routine, that's on a daily. Tidy and put away, that's on a daily. This is a big thing for me this year. Tuesday, Thursday, I'm doing weight training. Monday, Friday, I'm doing bike. Saturday, Sunday, I'm doing yoga. Saturday or Sunday. I know that. Mentally, I know it's only one of those 2 days. Wednesday class, I'm supposed to do that tonight, is another kind of activity that I want to do. 30-minute reading, that's every day. 11 p.m. bedtime, that's every day. Cruising, that's related to my goal for 2024 and my word of the year. And you see that I didn't put it in yet for the 3rd, right? This is the day of the month, because I didn't do the tally yet. And then Sunday basket is another thing that I'm doing this year. It's not really a Sunday basket in terms of your understanding of it. What it is a basket that I put at the bottom of my staircase. And every time I pick up something that's on the 1st floor that need to go upstairs, instead of putting it on the stairs like I used to, I'm putting it in this basket. It's a big laundry basket that's rattan. So it's pretty. It's not a plastic tub, basically. And on Sunday night, I empty it. Okay, let's look at the stickers. This is just an overview, okay, because I'm going to teach you how to use this. Let's say I want to put in a sticker because I did really good with my to-dos today, right? I go to stickers, And here they are. These are all the stickers that you can get with Artful Agenda. Now, we can talk about the design of them and whether or not they're pretty. I'm not a big fan, I have to be honest. But now we can import our own stickers. So you can buy digital sticker packs on Etsy or other website on Instagram, and you can import them in. Okay, so let's say I want to congratulate myself. I don't know, what would be, let's see, what's the stars for? Vacation bills, paid plans, quiz, see, call, done. I don't like those. Oh, for crying out loud, Sophia, just pick something. I like the mushroom. Okay, here we go. So I'm taking the mushroom and I'm gonna bring it over here. And I can make it bigger. All right, so you can do that on the week, day, and month. You cannot bring stickers into the list. That's not great, but maybe they'll do eventually. So, right, you just grab, this is cleaning or cooking, all right? So you just bring in your sticker. But you can also bring in pictures or your own stuff. So here you go to upload, right? You see I got my little IMF logo. At the end of the day, I put it in my IMF check-in and I put in my logo, my stamp, when I did do my IMF. I'm gonna upload a picture. You go here, you go to browse, we're gonna go to my desktop. Let's just grab a picture, okay? This picture right here. Okay, done. You can add a tag if you want to give it a specific name. And then here it is, and I'm going to bring it here, and I can bring my picture. It only sizes up to here, okay, into the planner. So if you want to do like a mini scrapbook, you can do that too. You have to think in terms of layers. So let's say I want to add some washi tape, right? I go over here, we're gonna do purple. Here's one. Okay, so it's gotta be imported after the picture. And I can go like this if I want to, okay. So if you have pictures, you know, from digital scrapbooking, that are kind of like picture frame, background paper, anything, you can import them. And then remember, they go by layers. So whatever you want on top, right, it's got to be imported last. Does that make sense? Okay. I'm not keeping this because what am I going to do a picture of me? I just wanted to show you what you can do now. So again, you go and you buy a sticker pack, and they have some that you can buy. You would go here on the store all the way on top, okay? And here a jumbo pack, for instance. You can buy different covers. I personally think that they need to work a little bit more on their designs. They're not there yet. That's just me. I like stuff that looks a little bit different. So what are we going to look at first? We're going to schedule a full day. When you schedule something as a full day, it's going to come up as a bar, right? It's not going to come up with a time. You see I have time here, 6:30 clean office, 9:30 weightlifting. Okay. So what I'm going to schedule is the P.O. Box run. So P.O. Box run. And if I was to do it as an all day, I keep it all day. I'm going to do it as a blue, okay? And I'm going to save it. It's all day just for that day. So it shows right here, P.O. Box run. But I really want it every Saturday. So I'm going to reopen it and I'm going to pick repeat, okay? And it's going to be repeated. You see here it says daily, right? You can do weekly, and right here it says Saturday because it starts on Sunday. So I'm going to repeat it weekly on Saturday, and I can make it stop either never, so it's going to repeat for 2025, right? I don't have to do it again next year, it's still going to be there. Or I can make it stop a particular day. If I wanted to schedule it as a single event at a particular time, one time, I would go here, I would say P.O. Box run, and it's only for 106. It's not all day, so I'm going to remove the all day, and I'm going to give it a time. We're going to do 10 a.m. Okay, and it's from 10 a.m. to, I don't know, we're going to say 10:30. I'm going to keep it in blue. I still have my all day that's all the way on top. I consider that my priorities. And I also have it right here for 10 a.m. P.O. Box run. Let's go back to the month. If I wanted this to repeat at 10 a.m. every single Saturday, I reopen it and I go to repeat. I can repeat daily, weekly, monthly, or yearly. So that's coming handy when you have specific tasks. For instance, cleaning the fridge. Let's say I'm doing a clean the fridge. We'll create a new one. Okay. Clean the fridge. We're going to change its color to purple. And we're going to repeat that. It's going to be from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. To 12 p.m. 1 hour. We're going to repeat that every first Saturday of the month. I go repeat monthly every first Saturday. You see that? Because it knows it's the first Saturday, it's the 6th. So every first Saturday of the month, I'm going to have clean the fridge. Let me save it. It's right here. Clean the fridge. Let's go next month. The 2nd of March, clean the fridge. And April 6th, clean the fridge. It's not repeated until the 4th. On a paper planner, I would have to actually go back. I had to white out every single one of them because I made a mistake, okay? You don't have to do that. You just go in and change it, all right? So you schedule either for a full day that shows as a priority on top, or you schedule with a specific time, all right? And you can schedule them to repeat daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, either as specific time or as all day. So I give you an example. If you look at my screen right now, you're going to see Etsy drop 5 p.m., right? That's repeated every Friday. Regardless of the month, you're going to see every Friday a 5 p.m. drop, all right? YouTube Etsy preview video, that's every Thursday. And right there, I've got it repeated every single Thursday for the entire year. Then, if I look at the YouTube Dragonfly quilt, these are YouTube videos I plan on posting because I'm already ahead of my schedule for YouTube. This one, I repeat monthly the last Tuesday. So I know that the last Tuesday of every month, I have the Dragonfly quilt. So when I'm preparing the previous week, what videos am I doing for YouTube next week? I know that, what is that? That's May 28th is the last Tuesday in May. I have the Dragonfly quilt. And I actually stopped that repeat cycle after 4 months, I think, because I'm not going to do that for the whole year. Eventually, I'm going to stop doing this quilt. I'll be done with it, right? So you see how that works? So how do you tie that into your goals? Okay, well, if a cleaning routine is a goal, there you go. You put your cleaning routine in there. This is what I did with the green here. Even though I'm looking at the month of May, you can see that On Mondays, I have cleaned dining room and living room. This is the same routine I had last year. On Tuesday, I have cleaned the boys' bath. On Wednesday, I have cleaned the master bath, which is also master bedroom. On Thursday, I have cleaned the office. On Friday, I have the basement and the stairs. I don't have to specify because I know it's my stairs that go to the basement. On Saturday, I have cleaned the kitchen. And on Sunday's basket tidy. All right, that's the Sunday basket. Let's go into list making and how you can put your goals into a list and how you can tie that into a schedule. So I'm going to go to list and I'm going to create a new list. So I go to the plus sign right here and I'm going to create a new list that has, health goal, health and wellness. So you can just do a text. This year, I want to lose 18 additional pounds, right? So you can do 1.5 pounds per month or 2 pounds per month. Whatever you want to do, you can break it down, okay? That's the only way you're going to be successful, is that you got to break it down. So I have my action plan, okay? But how do I carry that into my schedule? Because this is really where the magic happens. Being able to have goals tied to specific timeline and days in the week or during the month or by a certain date, right? So if I hover, the first one, right? 1 to 7, you're gonna see there's a little clock right here. If I click on the clock, right, it's right here. You have meal, to do, IMF check-in, monthly goals or weekly goals. So depending if you're working with the monthly versus the weekly spread, you can put that on your monthly goals. For instance, let's do monthly goals. And look, it's right here. It's one of my goals, resume exercising, right? We're going to go weekly goals. So I go to week and it's right here. But I'm really like the day view. That's the one that I like, okay? So I could do the to-dos. Let's say I want to do the list and I go here and I put it into the to-dos. So grocery shop, I'm going to pick the 8th in the to-dos. So now if I go to the January 8th, right, I have my grocery shopping that shows. But what if I want to do that every Sunday? I can go right here. There's a little revolving arrow, okay, and I can do repeat every week or repeat daily. So if I click this, roll over and check task, if I don't click it off, like for instance, if I don't do this right here, where I scratch it off, I've done it. What's going to happen is that it's automatically going to move it to the following day. And all of your tasks that you did not complete are going to roll over. Whether you did them weekly, monthly, daily, they're going to roll over. So let me tell you, when you don't do what you're supposed to do, you end up having a list of 50 items. Talk about nagging. That's how you stay accountable, all right? You can schedule anything for any day of the week, any time of the year, all the time, or only once a week if you want. This is going to allow you to completely design the life you want. I kid you not, the life you want, okay? Let's look at the habit tracker because that's where it's becoming really cool. I'm going to create a new habit. All right. My new habit is going to go right here. So I clicked on the blank space. My new habit, we're going to call it hydrate. Okay. Let's pick an icon. They have the two little drops of water right here. That's pretty good. We'll pick a color. Obviously water is blue. Okay. And I'm going to save it. It's right here. So if I go to daily, because the habits only show on daily view, these are all my habits. Let's go to today because these are all unchecked. Okay. You see how I have some in color and some that are not in color? The colored one is because I checked on them. So today, let's say I did hydrate. Let me click on hydrate. It's becoming blue. If I go to my habits, you're going to see that it's checked here already. So you can either check it in the habit tracker and it will show as a color check on your daily view, or you check it on your daily view and it will automatically check it for you on the habit tracker. And you can do as many habits as you want. Just keep adding them on. Let's not be crazy though. I'm going to remove the hydrate because that's something that I do anyway. All right. Let's not go crazy. The more stuff you have to check on a daily basis, the more you're going to fall behind. All right, so how do you change those sections if you like me and you really like the daily view? I think the daily view is good because it gives you a really good snapshot. And if you have all your goals in mind and you've scheduled them already, they're going to show up anyway. So the weekly is kind of like at a glance. The monthly is great if you want to do like a master plan, right? But to me, the daily is where the value is in this particular digital planner. So you have those sections that I told you about, right? The to-do here, it doesn't have to be to-do. You can change it to anything you want. But remember, the two on top are going to be checklists. And the one at the bottom is more of a journaling prompt. Like you can write sentences in it. But there's also a little icon right here that allows you to make it a checklist if you want to have 3 checklists. Okay. So this one, if you wanted to change the name, right, and you don't want it to be to do, you want it to be priorities. Okay, you just do that. Okay, you change to priorities. The one that I have that says meal, I could have it as to-dos. Or better yet, I could just keep it for my great challenge. And I only do in that section stuff that's related to my great challenge, whether it's the Patreon or it's the YouTube. Or I could do my great challenge / Etsy. Okay, so you can do whatever you want. But remember that the sections you create here, when you go into your list, you're going to see that it's changed them. You see what I had the grocery shop? Now, if I go to my little clock, now I have them priorities in my great challenge. It was instant. It changed it, right? So the list, you schedule yourself and then it goes into either the monthly, the weekly, or into the specific section of your day. Let me go back to my day and I'm going to change that back to to-do because that's the way I have it, okay? To-do, and this one was meal. So I am tracking my calorie intake in the meal section. I'm doing my to-dos right here. This is just my schedule if there are specific things that need to happen. Again, I didn't have any video to edit or post, so I don't have any big task all the way on top. If you don't like the font, you can change that. Okay, so let's go right here. You can choose your handwriting. There's different fonts. Okay, I like a clear font. I try to do it with the ones that kind of look kind of crafty, and let's keep it simple. And then you can choose your cover. All right. So here are example of covers. There's free covers, and then there's covers that you pay. Okay. So premium covers you get to pay are right here, but those are paid already. And they're not expensive. It's not a lot. Okay. So you can choose your covers. So let's say, for instance, I have this one right now for January. Let's say I want this one. Okay, I'm going to pick this. All right, I'm going to set it as default. We're going to go back to the agenda, and here's my new cover. All right, so you can personalize it. And that's the gist of it. You can import pictures, you can import stickers, and you can break down your goals into lists, as many lists as you want. And you can have any goal broken down into any amount of components, 20 steps if you need 20 steps, right? And each one of those steps you can schedule into your planner. And you can schedule them as monthly goals, weekly goals, or you can put them into specific sections of your day-to-day planning. So, for instance, if you really wanted to do a planner that's only for goals, right? Instead of to-dos, you put goals. Today's goal, okay? And you refer back to your list or your steps, and you put your specific steps into the today's goals section of your daily planner. And if you didn't achieve it, you didn't check it off, guess what? It comes back the following day until you scratch it off. So once you have 100 of those, you start feeling like a bum. Trust me, you do. You start feeling like a bum. And as a result, it motivates you. All right. I love to scratch off stuff. Okay. And when you scratch them off, by the way, or strike through, they move to the bottom of the list. This was the Artful Agenda overview, what you can do with it, how it can help you achieve your goals, how you can work with it, tailor it to your own needs. This is for highly functioning people. This is not a cutesy planner where you're going to just play with stickers. This is for productivity. This is for folks who have a lot to do, have a busy schedule, and need to be able to have different tasks scheduled throughout the day. You can color code them. So if you have kids activity, boom, orange. Your own stuff at work, boom, put it in green. Leisure, put it in orange, whatever, okay? You can put them as priorities, as all day if you want. You can color code them, tag them, give them specific time, give them specific repeat cycles. You can put them into different categories. Then you can do different lists, okay? I'm not going to show you, but one of the things that I've done, because I have two of those. I have one for work and one for personal. This is my personal one. The work one has list with all emails that I need and phone numbers. And when you click on the emails, guess what? It goes straight to your email because it also syncs with a whole bunch of calendars. When you set it up, it's going to ask you where do you want to sync it with. Do you want to sync it with your Google Calendar? You can also sync it with your Outlook calendar. And it syncs with your phone. So when you have a task that is due, guess what? You get a ping on your phone. When you have an email address that you put into your list and you click on that email address, it's going to send you straight to either the Google or Outlook, whichever one you use. It's a lifesaver. Okay, I'm not showing you any of those tasks because then it would go into a whole different realm of privacy stuff that I can't show. All right, you understand that, right? So for my work planner, I have all my emails. Everybody I ever need for any company is in there, and it doesn't disappear. it stays there. So if I'm at work, because I have 3 screens at work, I have my planner on one screen, and then I have my 2 other screens that I work with. So if I need to do a specific thing or I need to call somebody, right? Instead of going through a Rolodex like we used to back in the days, I just go on my screen with my planner. I go to my list, right? And I have every company that I use, providers, can click on it, and I have everybody in that company that I have conversations with. The phone number is right there, the email is right there. So if I want to email them, I can just click on the email. Boom, it opens my Outlook at work. If I want to call them, it won't call, okay, but I have the phone number right in front of me. And my phone is right underneath it. So, no brainer. Productivity 101. I've streamlined so much using this planner. So I know this video was very long. And it was a lot to absorb. But I got a referral code that I'm giving you in the description box. You can try it for free for 30 days. Try it. See if you like it. See if it's helping you. Because I'm telling you, I am so on top of my stuff right now. It's insane how much I've accomplished. Just this week alone, with my goals and my habits. But anyway, so just a habit right there that goes back and forth between your day view and actual habit. It's just, on a paper planner, you would have to go to the back of it, and it's too much shuffling because you try to do so much. So this is what I'm using for the year. And in conclusion, again, a wish without an action plan, I said that before, is just a wish. Put it down, break it down, put it into effect. Have an action plan, divide and conquer. This is going to allow you to do this. I know it sounds like a sales pitch, but I'm trying to get you to be successful this year, and I want you to have your best year. And it's not going to happen by just sitting down once in a while thinking about your goals. You got to eat, sleep, work your goals non-stop. Do it on your mind at all times. In front of you, what am I doing today towards my goals? Every single day. And if you didn't do anything today to achieve your goals, what are you doing tomorrow? Plan it. You can add new things. You don't have to be like, do it at the beginning of the year and then you're stuck with that. You can change it. You can add. You can remove. You can, so many things that you can't do with a paper planner because you would have to strike through and white out and rip pages, or, you know what I mean? This is keeping it clean, and I think it's simple. I love it. So there you have it. That's the Artful Agenda. I hope you're impressed. I've entirely redesigned my year, my 2024 year, thanks to this agenda. I'm actually planning on doing a goals setup for Patreon only. That's the video that's coming up this week for Patreon. I'm not going to share that on YouTube because it's kind of personal. And I said I was going to do exclusive content on Patreon, and that's part of it. So Patreon will see how I set up all my goals. They're pretty much all broken down into specific steps. Every single one of those steps have a time stamp on them, and those time stamps are attached to the calendar. So whenever I open my daily, for instance, I have on top the monthly goals. So I'm reminded every single day what my monthly goals are, and they have dates written in it. So I know that by the 15th of January, I have X, Y, and Z to do. It's a constant reminder, and for scattered brains like me, this is perfect because it keeps me focused. It keeps me on track. I need to have it as a constant in front of my eyes every single day at all times, and it works beautifully. I love the Artful Agenda. They are fairly new. They plan on having way more add-ons as time goes by. I know that they're going to do highlighters, I know that a new feature that's coming up is the ability to print your calendar. That would be really nice too. Bunch of stuff. And by the way, if you have a tablet and you use it on a tablet exclusively, you can also use your draw feature on your tablet and you can draw onto your calendar instead of typing. You can just write in, and that's awesome too. I don't use that feature, but that's awesome too. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you've learned. I hope you're motivated. I hope you try it. Again, the link is down below, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.